up, guys? I'm gonna drop one of these in a while on my personal channel. So I figured I'd give everybody an update about where I'm at, actually for my future self. And my future generations can look back on this, right? So today is May 6, 2026. I'm headed out to meet one of my former co-workers for lunch today at Nico's 38. He was a good friend at work. Yeah, he's a project manager, so we worked on a number of different projects, and I mean, very similar mindset. So it was easy to connect with someone like him. Yeah. So he just retired last Friday. So I'm gonna be interested to hear on what his what he feels. Right, is super fresh, right? But more so interested in how he felt in the closing weeks, days, hours of work. Yeah, you know, it's been it was a long journey for me, right? I think I said I worked over full time for like 46 years, so a lot longer than some of my people I know or even around, right? I've been working full time. So, you know, I'm super blessed to be able to retire, right? I without my wife, without Paz covering me on medical, there's no way I could have done it, right? I can't live without medical insurance, right? It's kind of one of those things, right? When I was younger, my dad would always stress, bro, you need insurance. I'm like, nah, why? When you're young, right, you think you're indestructible, but as I've aged, I really can appreciate the lessons and things that my dad told me and taught me. 20 years old, the world is yours, right? Nothing's gonna happen, all of that. But I mean, look at Carter, right? I mean, multiple surgeries, multiple injuries, multiple doctor appointments and all that. So I mean, without insurance, should we be in the poorhouse? Yeah. So I think last week was the first week where I started to coach at Concept, right? That was one of my goals upon retirement, to find a coaching gig. And so far, I'm just assisting, which I like. It's kind of how I started off at UFC, assisting with the kids, and I enjoy working with the kids. They're respectful, especially now where we're at now. The classes are smaller, right? And all the kids want to be there. It's not like the parents want to work out, so they just drop them off, right? These kids want to be here. They want to get better. You can see a lot of potential in the kids. Some of them are more advanced than others, right? And it's a good opportunity, right? So I'm there Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the 4 to 5 o'clock class. I'm the training partner or the UK for the beginner class. So Maria's been teaching that class, and then I take the fundamentals class myself. Yeah, so I was fortunate last Friday. Last 10 days or so, I had like low energy, right? I had that before, so I'm trying to figure out if it's related to some sort of bug, or I'm not intaking enough food, or what it is. But right on the 10-day mark, it kind of goes away, and then I'm back to my old self. So probably go to when I get my next follow-up with my doctor, I'll ask them about it and see what they think. Yeah, so trying to up my food intake a little bit. I do notice that I don't take in a lot of protein. There is a lot of activity and calories burned between walking the dogs, which I kind of stopped when I was feeling tired. Jiu-jitsu, right, takes a lot of energy, even if you're not training, and you're just coaching. Paddleboarding, I got to paddleboard maybe handful of times. It's not exactly what I thought it would be, but it's okay. It's a good exercise. I kind of like it. It does have to be a fairly light wind day, otherwise it's hard to balance. Yeah, so kind of finding that out, but it's fun. I've been doing that. Got a coaching. Not coaching gig. Interviewer gig. So Alika and Gary were doing a podcast, right? And then Gary temporarily relocated. So told Alika, bro, if you need a partner or you need somebody to help you on the interviews, I'm down, right? Because daytime I'm free, right? And I'm not sure what triggered it. Oh, I know. I was asking Jesse about the Gracie Baja, my Gracie Baja friend Ray, about doing an interview because he's an older guy, right? So he said, "Oh yeah, you can do that." And then he also lined up Sam, right? So Sam, our friend from UFC, that trains the 10 guys now. Actually, thank you to Pam Oya for recommending me, having faith that I could do the job, right? So she recommended, "Oh, why don't you try Robin?" So now, oh bro, the ball is rolling, right? So there's a ton of white belts at Root, so Jesse keeps lining them up, and I keep going, and I appreciate his confidence in me, and he puts the videos together. I think he set up somewhat of a template, so he kind of cranks them out pretty quick. Yeah, so he takes a bunch of pictures, does the video, and he's smart because he doesn't edit any of the video. So more so, I gotta be on point, right? I cannot just have dead air and like seem confused and say any kind, right? Like there's no editing. So I guess that's the difference between producing your own video and someone else producing it, right? I'm at his mercy. So that's been fun. I think I've done about 6 or 7 already. So I'm not an expert yet, but we're getting there. We're having fun, right? So I don't know how long it's gonna last, right? Like I kind of told him, like, oh, I'm at jiu-jitsu every night. So far, Paz hasn't said anything. Though last night when I said I have an interview, she kind of gave me this look like, what? It's like, and then she said, oh, when did you know? I said, oh, last week. She said, oh no, actually said, what? Does he just tell you that day? I said, oh no, he kind of told me last week. So I told Jesse, like, we gotta kind of maybe slow down, maybe do one a week, like, or even somehow streamline it where I'm not out that long. But it's kind of hard, right? I want to go there. I kind of get in that mindset, right? We take a few pictures, so during when the class is going, and then we interview. So I think the interview went a little longer last night because the guy was very good. He was a good interviewee. He had good stories and he talked through it. So that was pretty good, and that was pretty good. So I wanted to try to see if we could do 2, but after last night I said, yeah, 2 is kind of hard. I mean, I could do it, but then asking the person to stay that long to wait might be kind of hard. Yeah, I don't want to put those people out. So, and I do want to interview some UFC folk, right? That's something I want to do. But Jesse's I always joke Jesse's my agent because he sets them up and I show up like I'm some fucking celebrity or something. But it's fun. It's been opening my mind about how to interact, how to ask questions. I think my days as a supervisor hiring people, that really helped because I had to do interviews with people I didn't know, right? I was talking, we were talking story outside yesterday after the interview that, when you interview someone the flow is a lot better. It's a lot easier, when you don't know the person. I mean, just kind of randomly asking questions. And I have a set of questions that I ask. And as we've moved along, I've had people recommend questions. I've had Jesse tell me, which questions he liked, right? I've been trying to mess around some with the introduction and the outroduction, right? Just trying to get a feel for that, right? Trying to make it as professional as possible. So it's fun. It's something fun, right? And I kind of want to try to tie it somehow, with my walk with God, yeah, and use that platform to expand out, right? Still sticks in my mind that when I met with Tony from UFC, he said that jiu-jitsu would be my platform to spread the word, yeah. So interestingly, our friend Kai Gua made a post on some house, right? I said, I want to come visit you, and I didn't realize the house was in Africa, in his hometown. So he said, yeah, man, come out to Africa and have a seminar and plant the seeds of jiu-jitsu. So I said, yeah, God and jiu-jitsu, that would be awesome. Will it happen? I don't know. I told him we'll pray about it, right? And hopefully things line up and we can do something like that. That would be fantastic. I have a friend that does mission trips, so maybe I can ask him. And he's gone to Africa, right? I think he does go frequently, so kind of see how it plays out, how it works, what he would do, and all that, right? So I think it would be more than just plain fare, right? There's lots of logistics, and I'm sure there's a ton of vaccinations and different things that I need to do. So I don't know if pause would be down with it too, right? So I notice as I'm getting older, travel has become a little bit more challenging. Well, I guess traveling to Japan, right? Because Japan, you're constantly on the go, right? You're trying to maximize. So I think this past trip was like 9 full days, right? And then the last day, I don't really count the last day because we cut out of the B&B about 10:30, 10:45, and then we're at the airport for like 5-6 hours. So that's not a full day, which starts the recovery phase for me, right? But this time around, luckily this time around, or thanking God, because I continually prayed for it, that I didn't get sick. The last couple of trips out to Japan, I got sick midway through. I just gutted it out and pushed through. But this time, luckily, I didn't get sick. I guess I saved it up for the trip home, because when I got back, I guess, I don't know, something I ate, a combination of something I ate or something, but I puked, bro. And the only time, I was thinking about the last time I puked, I got food poisoning, or I got sick from food on another flight. So it's like, I guess future flights, 100%, got to bring my own food. I mean, maybe bad luck, maybe something that a bug I already had. So it was pretty painful. So it took me, top of the jet lag and the sleep times and all that, to recover. I had to recover off of that food incident. So it is what it is. We ride through it, we suck it up, we go through it, right? So all right, signing off on this one. Catch you on the next one.